What's up, guys? This is Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL corner, Houston Texan, New Orleans Saints. Now I'm coaching you guys up. So this video is not a highlight just for people who stumble across it and you're just a fan of ball, but you're not a player. This ain't really for you. This is for the guys who actually play ball and want to improve, right? So just make sure you understand that, like a tutorial. We got Darius Slay from the Lions and AJ Green from the Bengals. AJ Green's a freaking beast, man. Very hard to guard. And Darius Slay, he actually went to Mississippi State. One of my buddies, he played receiver, Brandon McCray and Cito Clark. So they told me a little bit about him, but a couple things, some good things I noticed, man. He's an incredible athlete, great ball skills, and he makes plays. And at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. Now, there's some things we can get better on, and I'm going to go over that right now. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Get the program. Got the How to Go Pro guide in there with the running program, weightlifting program, nutrition, and grading scale. Okay? All right, let's get it. Let me make sure I mute it. All right, so we're up at the top. Now, one thing you're going to notice, I don't care how fast you are, okay? Because really, he didn't break this up, all right? AJ Green dropped it. So, from the beginning, okay, so we're playing press man. Then we got a single high safety. Be careful with being this far off. Like, okay, sometimes they're going to be off the ball, and that's cool. And you want to practice that. You know, me and my boy Arash was talking about that. What do you do when the guy's on the ball or off the ball? He's actually on the ball. So what you want to do is you want to crowd the line a little bit more than that. I mean, a lot more than that. Because here's the thing. You get close to no man's land. No man's land is when either you're playing off, you're about 7 to 9 yards off, or you're playing press when it comes to man. But in between that is no man's land, and I'm telling you, it's very hard to guard guys. That's number one. Number two, Slay may want to be careful because I noticed. All right, so look, there's this technique that I talk about. It's called the soft shoe, right? So the soft shoe is when you take a couple steps back, but you want to make sure it doesn't turn into almost a pedal because you'll never get hands on this guy. And guess what? Guarding him with that much space, you'll never make a play. So you can't even stay square. You can't bow him out, right? So let's watch that again. So basically, what I noticed from Slay is a lot of times he relies on his speed too much. So he relies on his athleticism way too much. And technique will save you, man. You know, you could be the fastest joker in the world. So watch this. Let's watch this. So basically, there's no point of you really pressing anybody. Okay, and I want you to see it. He didn't break it up. AJ Green dropped it. So really, that's a catch. You know what I mean? So there's no point of pressing anybody if you don't get in there and make sure you stay square and get a hand on the guy or at least bow him out. Now you see 52 tackles, 7 interceptions. That's pretty good though. Some good stats. So where we at the top? All right. So the back shoulder. So again, you're gonna have a long day usually guarding a really good receiver if you don't use good technique at the line. So watch this again. Up the top, he's just opening and running with the guy. Now he's still there. And he can still play through the ball, but I'm telling you. So what happens is you see, like, well, Coach Mark, why does it even matter if he's on the guy? You know, he's on him. You know why? Because the guys get to the top of their stem with a really good quarterback and a good receiver. If he gets to the top of his stem, because remember why we press is to disrupt the timing of everything. If he gets to the top of his stem, then he can still make that play with a good ball. In the NFL, you got good quarterbacks. They're gonna put it right there. So let's watch that again. That's why you just don't want to open up and run with guys. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Let's watch that again. So he's, it looks like he literally just opens up and runs. Still there to possibly make a play. Now Slay is a playmaker. You will see that. We're at the bottom. All right, so you get, the over route. You want to make sure you squeeze to the guy. Just don't run. One thing that Slay probably could do better too is make sure he plays with more, like he kind of stands up. And if you watch Jalen Ramsey, I mean, sometimes everybody is not always perfect when it comes to, that's not ball, it's not realistic, right? I hate that word realistic. But man, you still want to have leverage. Jalen Ramsey plays pretty low for a tall guy. So we're at the bottom. So hopefully you guys are starting to see the trend that I'm seeing with Slay in this footage right here, guys. Soft shoe, make sure the soft shoe doesn't turn into a pedal. So if I'm playing press right here, and it looks like he's gonna come down. If I'm playing press right here, then it doesn't matter outside or inside shade. I need to make sure that, let's say soft shoe, I take a couple steps back, then boom, I'm ready. I gotta make you go out, basically bow your route. I just can't backpedal from this spot and then open up. Let's watch it again. You see what I'm saying? So now he got him turning all over the place. So it's just a little bit more it's a lot more difficult when you guard a really good receiver and you're not using the right technique. So soft shoe, be careful. Make sure it does not turn into a pedal. Let's see if we can see it again. Now he does a good job with the head whip, making sure he gets his head around and squeezing. So again, you can tell that he's really good at balls. He has really good ball skills down the field. Let's speed that part up. All right, let's go to the next play. And that's part of, ball skills. At the end of the day, that's what they're going to pay you for. Like, how many picks do you got? You know what I'm saying? All right, so he's standing straight up. You got to be careful with that, Slay. You see what I'm saying? Now, looks like we're in the zone, so he's not necessarily, we talked about in the last footage. You got to make sure, let me show you. Usually you'll have somebody in the curl of the flats. And see, yeah, like him, you got to make sure he exit angles, right? And sometimes you're going to be giving up a certain pass, but you want to make sure that you're ready to break on it. Let's watch that. So he has to, the linebacker has to make sure he gets a really good exit angle. And for you linebackers and nickels, let's go back to that play. Because it's technically, this is not Slay's play to make right here. He's got to make sure he's ready to make an athletic, break on it. But right here, he needs to get a better angle. And you got to understand, the first down's right here. You don't want him to throw that. So if anything, you sprint, you open up diagonal run, and then shuffle for him to throw this pass, right? So you want to force the quarterback, as your linebackers and nickels and safeties, when you're in the curl to flat player, make sure on this smash route, take away the cornerback. The corner route. Take away that corner, man. Make him throw this route and then rally down and make the tackle. You can't give up this first down right here. All right. Good job by the offense. We're at the bottom. Nice. I don't know if he got this pick or not. I think they said incomplete, but I don't know if they challenged it or whatever. But that was nice. Again, make sure you high point it. Let's see if Slay high pointed. Great play. Okay, it looked like he got up and got it. Or it might have been offsides. All right, we're up at the top. Okay. Now you already know that's not a good play. All right. At least he tried to go outside, but you got to keep your feet, man. So let's see what we did wrong in this play. From the jump. This is a lot of good lessons. All right, so reading the quarterback. So we talk about this in our one-on-ones all the time, right? And of course, he's going back at the footage, and that's how we do. We get better. So he sees the quarterback. He reads the quarterback. Now, what does his eyes need to do? We're off man. Eyes got to snap back to him, and they have to be glued on him. So once you read the quarterback's drop, all right, your eyes have to be glued back on him. Now watch what he does when he breaks. He glances back at the quarterback. So that split second affects your time to make it there. Because whatever you're looking at is, that's the body follows the head. So let's watch this on the slow motion. Watch how he looks back. So he reading. Okay, look at that. You saw when he broke. Now he does a good job by trying to go outside, but you just got to keep your feet. You know what I mean? That can't happen. That's an extra 10 yards, 10, 15 yards. So you got to secure the tackle. Keep your feet. Coach is definitely not going to like that. All right, we're at the top. Money. Good job. Great job. Great breakup. Let's see if he hopped in the break. And this is a critique. This is a constructive critique, guys. This isn't nice. Good job. Way to strike through. Didn't swipe, strike. Good job. And understand this, guys. At cornerback, man, look, you'll have some bad plays. You got to come back and be the playmaker. All right, so we got a bunch of, all right. So Slade struggling in the press in this game. It is not necessarily that he's not there. Like I said, he's very athletic, so he's going to be there. And that's half the battle. That's why I always talk about, hey, look, you need to be in shape. You need to be fast. Be quick and fast. I got a lot of guys hit me up talking about, hey, how do I gain weight? Man, don't focus on weight. Focus on being fast, explosive, strong, and in shape. That's what my whole program is about, right? So let's watch this. Looks like Slade's impressed, man. Okay, let me see. Ball on the hash. So let's watch this. Let's see what he does. This is the one. All right, so you see how he's kind of just opening up? So really, the receivers like that, guys. I just want to let you know. When you give them ground, you just open up. They actually like that because they don't really like you putting hands on them. So what happens is, easy little slant. That's a money throw. That's an easy throw. Bam. Goes down to the ground. That's a 15-yard play. It's first down. Also, 3rd and 3. That was 3rd and 3. So what mostly, like, if you're playing press man, 3rd and 3, what's a higher percentage throw for the quarterback and receiver? It's a slant. So I'm not saying that you got to go hard inside and just take away the slant. You know, sometimes your coach will say that. But what I'm saying is just be aware down in distance and what you're trying to take away. And I would shade inside right there, okay? Especially with his speed. Because sometimes, you know, if a guy's like that much better than you or that much more athletic than you, okay, maybe you outside shade the guy. So you could take away to, you know, make it harder for him to do outside release deep ball. But Slade got extraordinary speed. All right, good tackle. Let's do a couple more. All right, let's watch that one. I didn't get to see it. So we're at the bottom. Let me look up at the top to make sure. Because sometimes, no, they playing press. They play. Let me see. No, they playing man. They manned up. All right, so what do you guys see at the bottom? What do you see? Because I see him playing press man. I see him manning up. You know, I see Slade just opening up right here. Now I remember when sometimes we used to play cover 4 and show press, and we would kind of like really play outside, and it was almost like opening up. I remember I forgot the guy. He was with the Tennessee Titans. He was a beast, light-skinned guy. But he used to really play. They used to play a lot of 4 and then some press, and he would always play outside shade. Sometimes we feel like he was opening up, but he would always get a hand on the guy too. I forgot his name. But yeah, right here, it's almost like Slade wants to just open up and run with the guy. And the thing is, a lot of times you may be on him, but you'll never make a play on the shorter routes or the intermediate routes. You'll make some plays on the deep ball sometimes, but it's just, you know, it's just not great technique right there. So I would say some of the things that he could work on, and then is the press technique, just to be more patient. Make sure he's not getting into a pedal. You know, on some of those breaks, make sure that you have eye discipline, meaning you read the quarterback's drop, eyes are glued onto the receiver, and just finish the play. Make sure you finish the play. So press technique, you definitely want to, because I got a whole bunch of videos on it. So go through my channel, watch all the videos, practice as much as possible. You need to get 10,000 reps. 10,000 reps of you doing one-on-ones using the correct technique. Make sure you get the running program so you can be fast, right, and in shape. That's key for a cornerback, safety, DB. It doesn't matter. Football player, all right? All right, guys. Peace.